Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about DoorDash overcharges family bakery for 8 years, shorts them $100,000. They didn't respond. So, as we all know, DoorDash has earned a reputation for overcharging and sometimes outright stealing money from restaurants from time to time, and they genuinely believe that they'll just get away with it over and over again. They did this in New York. They did this to a bunch of other small businesses. It happened in California, and it's just going to keep happening because that's the integrity and character of DoorDash. This time, they're being exposed for a figure well over $100,000. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for DoorDash, UberEats, Grubhub, and their corresponding merchants on these platforms, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Cupertino-based La Patisserie is a beloved bakery known for its large display of European pastries and custom wedding cakes. The charming family-owned business was among the first partner with DoorDash and soon became one of the most loved businesses on the app. A sweet partnership until this happened. We had trusted DoorDash. It was an indescribable feeling, said Nika, last name withheld, manager at La Patisserie. Let the record show that this was one of the first restaurants on the DoorDash platform. We're talking inception levels of just getting started, startup levels of being on the platform. 8 years ago, that was 2017. That's when they were really starting to kick up too. How insane is that? They were on the platform for almost a decade, from when DoorDash was just becoming a huge power player, and now they're here. The San Francisco-based food delivery giant mistakenly overcharged this popular South Bay bakery more than $100,000 in commission fees for years. And it wasn't resolved until 7 on Your Side, Stephanie Sierra, and our team got involved. Nika says her uncle, the family's accountant, just happened to be checking their financials when he found the tech company was charging the small business more than double what they should be. A 30% commission rate when their contract clearly states it should be 13. Records show this went on for 8 years, accounting to more than $100,000. Wild that this has taken place for 8 years and the family accountant just took a look at it. Now, I feel like I need to see the full breakdown of the contract and see what other unspoken charges were actually pulled up on here as well. But that's over $100,000. I feel like this isn't just DoorDash overcharging, although it is absolutely the case, but it's also the accountant absolutely dropping the ball. As a small business, every dollar really counts. We have so many expenses and really small profit margins, said Nika. Adding, they are grateful for the platform DoorDash gives them, but to know they were unnecessarily overpaying, it's really a heartbreaking feeling. It went from heartbreaking to frustration as the family tried to get their money back. Speaking as somebody who has worked with a few restaurants that are small businesses and are actually helping them save big on their food delivery services, such as third party and even some of their in-house deliveries with their own people. Every dollar really does count. It is vital that that takes place. It's kind of upsetting to see it work that way, but still. Nika says, at first, DoorDash acknowledged the mistake over the phone and via email, promising to make amends and refund the amount owed. But the company's original offer was about $42,000. Less than half of what they had lost. Yeah, this is why you need to record that stuff over the phone, because if you just leave DoorDash to their own devices, they're just going to find a way to not give you the money you owe them. As they say, we are a small fish in the sea, and for them to strong arm us, it doesn't leave a good taste, said Kevin Zahiri, co-owner and accountant for La Patisserie. So are you the accountant or is Nika the accountant? What's going on here? here? Who dropped the ball? Because quite frankly, the fact that it took them 8 years to really pick up on this is kind of ridiculous. That taste turned sour as the family tried following up again and again. We tried to contact DoorDash so many times. I mean, we have proof of all the call logs and email threads, said Nika. Yet she says they were ignored for months until a DoorDash representative finally emailed them back in 2024 and promised to refund them within 14 days. You reached out to them in 2024 and you just kept following up, and you basically allowed them to keep walking around without a lawsuit on their desk? This article was published in July 2025. You're telling me that it took you this long to really hammer them down? This is why you need to be working with lawyers more closely. Like, I know it's impossible, basically, for me to contact my attorney, but this is why they're necessary. But that time passed, and we never got paid, said Nika. It's so frustrating. It's been nearly 2 years since the family discovered all of this, and 8 months since DoorDash promised to pay, and the family still had not received a word about the money. Just hire a lawyer. Like, I'm glad that 7 on your side actually helped you with this, but this is ridiculous. This is something that should have been addressed right away. Not when you found out about it 2 years ago and waiting 8 months to actually pretend that they're actually going to do something for you. Like, you can't let these people just walk away. It's not like DoorDash is going to go on the run or anything, but you can't just walk away here. Time is of the essence. Fed up with the silence, Nika decided to contact 7 on your side. Our team reached out to DoorDash, and within 2 days, the tech giant agreed to refund La Patisserie $100,000. Okay, well, I'm glad that they got a quick turnaround time, but nevertheless, this is ridiculous. To be honest, the only reason why DoorDash ended up responding to us again was because of 7 on your side, said Nika. I wonder if they have, like, contacts on the inside. Like, is that the reason why? Did they go to the media before going to an attorney? Although, as Nika and her uncle explained, that figure did not include interest or any penalties for what appears to be a violation of the contract. Not to mention, she said it was barely enough to cover the payment for their employees, let alone the other expenses to craft their delicacies. And that is why you need to work with an attorney. You want to know who would make sure that they would be held to the letter of the law? A fucking lawyer. So their hope is that DoorDash, valued at more than $100 billion, will honor their contract. I hope that DoorDash starts playing fair and square, said Zahidi, even if it took years in this story to do it. You believe that DoorDash is actually going to start doing the right thing? They're the most corrupt company in the country, or at least among them at this point. I am not condoning this kind of behavior, but with everything going around with CEOs lately, I wouldn't be surprised if executives of DoorDash end up on the chopping block. Again, I don't condone it. I don't think that's right. That's the kind of behavior that they're acting with at this point, to where that might end up happening just cause. That amount they owe us, it's a life-changing amount for anyone, but especially a small business, said Nika. I'm really grateful for 7 on your side. A DoorDash spokesperson told 7 on your side, DoorDash is actively investigating the payment for La Patisserie. We are committed to ensuring our merchant partners are compensated accurately. DoorDash is working directly with La Patisserie to resolve this matter as quickly as possible. That's a bunch of bull crap. Let me fix that real quick.
DoorDash was trying to shove this entire situation under the rug, ended up telling on us to mass media. Like, really? You had to tell on us? What kind of bullshit is that? Like, we were committed to shorting as many merchants as possible, and you had to go and tell on us? Bro, what the hell is that?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I like how they also said they were working with La Patisserie to resolve this matter as quickly as possible, and failed to acknowledge how it took 2 fucking years to get it fixed. Not to mention they were on the platform for 8. They were loyal to the platform for 8. That just goes to show that loyalty has no value anymore. According to DoorDash, they have 3 types of commission rates: a basic plan, a plus plan, and a premier plan, which offers the highest level of exposure, marketing benefits, and potentially lower customer delivery fees. La Patisserie acquired the 13% plan with benefits, in part because they joined in 2015, 2 years after the company was founded. So they were grandfathered in. Like, they were trying to ungrandfather them in after being part of their platform for a decade at this point. Like, I thought it was 8 years. They were outright here for a decade. Oh, but then that kind of makes sense, because 8 years, they kept fighting for it. They just noticed there was a problem, and it took them 2 years to actually have it resolved. Again, you want to know how you'd fix that? A fucking lawyer. After our story aired, DoorDash let us know that they will be giving the bakery the full amount back, and on top of the $100,000, the company will also cover the cost of the interest and penalties for violating the contract along with other expenses. Is it because you got caught? Oh, who am I kidding? That's the only reason, right? This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. This is not the first story of which this happened, and it's certainly not the last. This is something that BC sent me through my email. BC, thank you so much for emailing me about this and making this video possible. But this is something that has been a consistent issue for years at this point. DoorDash has been actively overcharging restaurants for well over a decade, and at this point, it's about time that those restaurants start to take measures to separate themselves from dependence on those platforms. There's no real way to get away from the fact that your restaurant needs delivery in the upcoming years, because let's be honest, everybody needs something delivered at this point. But there are ways to do it in which the cost isn't so heavy among yourselves. And one of the ways that you could do that is to build your own delivery service provider, which is why I've been working with a bunch of different restaurants to help them cut their commission rates down and overall just start to separate their dependence from DoorDash as a company. And that is something I also teach drivers to do in our Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course. One of the things I consistently say is to treat the gig economy as an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal. And one of those ways you can accomplish that is through building your own delivery service provider. I've partnered with experienced professionals to create a step-by-step guide to create a 6-figure earning business in as little as 90 days based on your focused hard work. Build your own business entity and foundation, methods to source restaurants and drivers with game-changing opportunities, resources and done-for-you contracts to protect you financially. You will also have access to high-level professional guidance to help you build your business foundation and support you as your business reaches greater heights. Check the link in the description and get started transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers get greater opportunities with you. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.